Hello to all the passionate Celtic fans out there. What a roller coaster of a day it has been. And if you woke up this morning to the news hitting like a tidal wave, you're not alone. Celtic Football Club has made some major announcements that have left supporters buzzing with all kinds of emotions. And there's a lot to unpack here. First and foremost, the club has confirmed that Wilfried Nancy will no longer continue as manager with his contract terminated immediately. It's a decision that, while expected by many, still sends a shock through the fan base. The club has expressed gratitude for all that Wilfried has put into the team and has wished him and his family well for the future. Alongside him, his assistant coaches Swami Ampadu, Yul Guagen, and Maxime Charlie will also be leaving, taking with them the club's best wishes. Celtic have also announced that Paul Tisdale has stepped down from his role as head of football operations, with thanks for his contributions in that capacity. Clearly, it's a period of major change, and the club promised supporters that further updates would follow. Later in the day, those updates came, and Celtic have confirmed that Martin O'Neill will return to the club as manager until the end of the season. He will be joined by Sean Maloney and Mark Fingham as assistant managers, alongside Stephen McManus, who will work with existing coaches Gavin Strain, Stevie Woods, and Greg Wallace to oversee first-team matters. Martin spoke about his return, expressing both pleasure and honour at being asked back, and he's eager to get straight into work with the players. There were also kind words for Wilfried Nancy, acknowledging the disappointment surrounding his departure and wishing him well. Interim chairman Brian Wilson emphasised that this was not a reflection on the wider team, but rather a necessary move to restore confidence and stability within the club. He appealed for unity in the stadium, highlighting how critical a supportive environment is for the managing team to rebuild momentum. There's a lot in that message to digest, particularly for a fan base that has had to endure a rocky start to the season and some difficult performances over the past 8 games. Michael Nicholson and Dermot Desmond also weighed in on the departure of Wilfried Nancy. Nicholson stressed that Wilfried will always be respected, and though things didn't work out as planned, the club wishes him success in his future roles. Desmond reflected on the initial hopes that came with Nancy's appointment, acknowledging that the reality fell short of expectations, and also extended best wishes for his next chapter. It's clear that while disappointment lingers, there is no malice intended, and the focus now shifts entirely to rebuilding and moving forward. For Celtic supporters, the immediate reaction was mixed. Many fans had already anticipated that the change was inevitable, given the results and performances in recent weeks. 6 defeats in 8 games is not something any club of Celtic's stature can ignore. And the question on everyone's mind had been, how long would the board persevere before making a decisive move? When the announcement came, there was a sense of relief mixed with surprise. The right call had been made, and it provided a fresh opportunity to rescue the season. With Martin O'Neill back at the helm, supporters are suddenly thinking more positively about the remaining 18 league games, 6 points behind the leaders, and still in contention for silverware both domestically and in Europe. The focus now is on stability, performance, and a return to the winning mentality that Celtic fans expect. Reflecting on Wilfried Nancy's tenure, it's easy to see why it was a tough period for all involved. From the very start, there seemed to be a disconnect between the manager and the players. Stories from his early meetings suggested that the groundwork for building trust and authority may not have been fully established. Over the course of his brief spell, adjustments were made quickly, sometimes too quickly, and the team often appeared to crumble under pressure or in response to in-game tactical shifts from opposition managers. While some may attribute these issues to poor management alone, it's important to remember the wider context. Injuries, squad limitations, a demanding fan base, and an unsettled boardroom all compounded the challenges Nancy faced. Nonetheless, his naivety in some areas, coupled with occasional signs of arrogance, meant that he struggled to command the respect and authority required at this level. Small gestures, like leaving the pitch without acknowledgement at full time, may have seemed minor but ultimately alienated supporters further, leaving the atmosphere tense and critical during match days. The appointment of Martin O'Neill represents a stabilizing influence, someone familiar with the club, the players, and the Scottish game. His previous tenure showed that he can get results even in difficult circumstances, and there's hope that his experience and leadership can reignite performances across the squad. Fans are eager to see a return to the tried and trusted formation, a four-at-the-back structure, and a mentality where the players fight for every point. With upcoming fixtures including Dundee United at home, Falkirk away, and crucial European matches, O'Neill's steady hand is seen as exactly what Celtic need. Already, supporters are imagining the shift in atmosphere at Celtic Park, with the potential for a reinvigorated crowd lifting the team in ways that were missing in recent weeks. There's a renewed sense of purpose, a belief that if the players respond, momentum can be regained, and the league is still very much within reach. Looking ahead, January's transfer window will play a vital role in addressing gaps within the squad. O'Neill has consistently highlighted the importance of physicality and presence in key positions, and the club now has the time to bring in players who fit the profile needed to compete at the highest level. The challenge will not just be about tactical adjustments on the pitch, but also restoring confidence and trust between the team and its supporters. Fans, understandably, have been frustrated by the recent run of poor performances, but with a manager they respect and a clear plan, there's hope that the next few months could see a dramatic turnaround. The priority now is cohesion, determination, and taking each match as an opportunity to rebuild both morale and momentum. Every game moving forward is a chance to reset expectations, to see players step up and fight for results in the league and Europe. O'Neill's familiarity with the squad means he can immediately instill structure, address weaknesses, and get the team playing with clarity and intent. It's not going to be an overnight transformation, but the foundations are there for a strong finish to the season. Fans are already imagining a bounce back in performances, a renewed energy in the stadium, and crucially, a squad willing to put everything on the line. The potential for dramatic swings in form, victories that could spark belief, and a real shot at reclaiming the league title are now all tangible, and the anticipation for the coming weeks is electric. It's been a turbulent period, but change has come at last, and Celtic fans are starting to feel that glimmer of hope once more. The lessons of recent weeks are clear. Unity, support, and focus will be critical as the team seeks to recover. While Wilfried Nancy's tenure may be remembered as a difficult chapter, the club now has the chance to write a new story with Martin O'Neill guiding the way. The upcoming matches will test resilience, tactical acumen, and squad depth, but there is every reason to believe that, with determination and belief, Celtic can reclaim their position at the top. Fans are hopeful that the players will respond, that the team spirit will be restored, and that Celtic Park will once again become a fortress where every victory feels hard-earned and deserved. Now, turning our attention to the weeks ahead, There's no denying that the fixture list poses some serious challenges, but also some real opportunities for Celtic to start turning things around. The first game under Martin O'Neill's renewed leadership sees Dundee United coming to Celtic Park. And for fans, there's a sense of cautious optimism. Under Wilfried Nancy, it's fair to say confidence had dipped. And even matches that should have felt straightforward carried a lingering tension, with supporters wary that another poor performance could undo all momentum. But O'Neill brings a familiarity, a kind of steady hand that can calm the nerves both on and off the pitch. The squad knows him, has played under him, and crucially, they trust him. That trust will be key in the early weeks. If players can rediscover the hunger, the drive, and the focus that made them champions in previous seasons, the next 8 to 10 matches could feel very different from what we've endured recently. Looking beyond Dundee United, the sequence of games remains tough, no doubt about it. Falkirk away, Talbot away, Bologna away, Hearts away, all matches that demand concentration, discipline, and energy. But this time, the players are stepping onto the pitch with a manager who commands respect and knows how to extract the best from them. It's about consistency, about showing resilience when the opposition presses, and about playing with the intensity that Celtic fans expect week in, week out. In recent weeks, under Nancy, it felt like the squad often folded at the first sign of adversity. Defensive errors compounded by indecision in attack left fans frustrated and players disengaged. O'Neill's return provides a reset. There's an opportunity for the players to put mistakes behind them, to rebuild confidence, and to start performing collectively as a unit rather than individuals reacting to pressure. One of the key aspects that supporters are watching closely is how the squad adapts tactically. Martin has always favored a balanced approach, using a solid 4 at the back system that allows both defensive stability and attacking freedom. Under Nancy, the shape was often disrupted, changes came too quickly, and players weren't given enough time to settle into a rhythm. That's one of the reasons for the collapse in confidence over several matches. Now, with a familiar formation and clear expectations, the team has the chance to recalibrate. Players like the forwards, who under Nancy struggled to find consistency, now have clarity on their roles, and that mental reset is crucial. The midfield, too, must regain control, assert dominance, and provide both defensive cover and creativity. Celtic have the quality, they just need the belief and leadership to put it all together. January's transfer window is another area of immense importance. O'Neill has already highlighted the need for physicality and presence in key positions. Celtic fans have long felt the squad could benefit from reinforcements, particularly in midfield and defence, where lapses have been costly. Bringing in players who not only fit the tactical system, but also bring character, determination, and experience will make a significant difference. The board and management now have the chance to back O'Neill fully, providing resources and support that were perhaps missing in recent months. It's not just about signing names, it's about identifying players who can immediately strengthen the team and contribute to the fight for the league and European progress. That combination of smart recruitment, tactical discipline, and renewed confidence could transform what seemed like a season slipping away into one with genuine hope. Supporters' unity will also play a huge role in the coming weeks. Brian Wilson's appeal for cohesion in the stadium is spot on. A fan base that is engaged, passionate, and loud can provide the energy the team desperately needs. During Nancy's spell, The disconnect between supporters and players was obvious. Frustration boiled over, and at times that tension was almost palpable on match days. But with O'Neill back, there's an opportunity to rebuild that relationship. Fans need to show faith, and players need to respond with performances that justify it. The atmosphere at Celtic Park can be electric, and if the supporters get behind the team, especially in the big games, that intensity can tip tight contests in Celtic's favour. The Green Brigade, ultras, and wider fan base all have a part to play in creating that fortress-like environment, once again, one where every victory feels deserved and every challenge is met with collective determination. European competition is another crucial aspect. Celtic still have a shot in the Europa League, and the upcoming fixtures will test both depth and resilience. Last season, Martin O'Neill demonstrated an ability to motivate the squad on the continental stage, and there's every reason to believe he can do so again. The players know what's expected of them, and the mental edge of having a manager with proven European experience cannot be underestimated. Matches like Bologna away are tough, no doubt, but with preparation, focus, and the right mindset, points are attainable. Even small victories in Europe can have a massive impact domestically, boosting confidence and giving the squad momentum heading into critical league fixtures. It's about building belief slowly, match by match, and ensuring that every player feels accountable and engaged. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In what would surely be one of the more eyebrow-raising moves of the season, whispers around Scottish football suggest that Celtic have made a bold swoop for Callum Hudson-Odoi, pulling the young winger away from Nottingham Forest. While the Hoops have long been linked with a variety of talents to bolster their attacking options, few could have predicted a name of Hudson-Odoi's profile being whispered in the corridors of Parkhead. Sources close to the club insist that talks have been ongoing for some time, with Celtic's hierarchy reportedly convinced that the England international has the flair and pace to light up the Premiership once more. The speculation has sent fans into a frenzy, with many taking to social media to debate how the 22-year-old could fit into Ange Postecoglou's fluid system. Known for his electric runs down the flank and the ability to unlock defenses with a clever pass or sudden burst of pace, Hudson-Odoi seems tailor-made for a side that prizes attacking freedom. Nottingham Forest, meanwhile, have been coy in response to the swirling rumours. A club renowned for nurturing young talent, the Reds might be reluctant to let a player of Hudson-Odoi's calibre slip away without a fight. Yet the lure of playing for Celtic, with its rich history and European ambitions, could prove difficult for any ambitious footballer to resist. The transfer chatter has also sparked conversations about the broader state of Scottish football, with pundits speculating whether this move signals an increasingly competitive edge for Celtic in luring players from the English leagues. Fans are imagining the potential combinations on the pitch, from blistering wing play to intricate 1-2s with the team's established stars. Speculation aside, should the deal come to fruition, it could mark a statement of intent from Celtic, sending a clear signal that they are not merely content with domestic dominance but are aiming to make waves across Europe. For now, though, it remains just that, a tantalizing rumour swirling through the terraces and sports talk shows, igniting debates and daydreams in equal measure. One thing is certain: the prospect of Hudson-Odoi in the green and white has captured the imagination of supporters and pundits alike, and the coming weeks promise a thrilling watch as this story unfolds. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.